If you're somebody who's looking to get started making money online with e-commerce, then I'm about to shadow one of the biggest lies that you will see here on YouTube about finding winning products. My name is James. I run Ecom Boss Mentoring, a coaching program based out of Australia. We help clients all over the world get started with e-commerce, with free methods, and then later on with paid methods, stores and ads, etc. And our client results are some of the best in the game. And as a result, we have learned some very interesting things that I think you should know if you're looking to start the e-commerce journey here on YouTube. And the biggest thing is as you've probably seen, the gurus will tell you need to find a winning product, right? You need to have the ultimate perfect winning product. And what do they teach you? The winning product criteria. There's like these 18-point checklists. Here's every little thing and checkbox that you need to hit with each product to ensure that it's gonna be a winner, otherwise no one's gonna buy it. Now here's the thing. The majority of that is complete rubbish. It's a lie. And the way that I know that is because you have people obsessing and obsessing over these winning product criteria. They go through these huge ginormous checklists and they wonder why their products aren't selling. And the bottom line is that gurus here online, they love to confuse you. They love to complicate things. They like to make things as complicated and complex as possible because at the end of the day, you're eventually going to get confused and buy their crappy course, right? And if you've been on this channel long enough, you know that I'm not a fan of courses on their own. I think that the majority of the time, they're not worth the money. The bottom line is that they're there to confuse you with these 18, 19, 20 different points about what constitutes a winning product so that eventually you give up and just want to buy their course. Here's the truth about finding winning products. If you are selling products through a dropshipping store, whether it's free, organic, paid, TikTok, Facebook, it doesn't matter where. If you are selling products for dropshipping and e-commerce, unless you are building a big brand or selling a very sophisticated product, you need to understand that the majority of sales, if not almost all of them, are impulse buys. It is as simple as that. They're impulse buys. Think about all the times that you have bought things online. There is so much stuff that you have bought, which was clearly an impulse buy because you saw an ad that said, oh, that looks cool, and then you bought it. That's what it is. It's an impulse buy. And so for the people who are going out and trying to build these beautiful complex brands as complete beginners, it's cute and it's great. And for some people it succeeds and that's awesome. But the majority of people, they're just chasing a rabbit that doesn't exist. If you want to sell products online, you need to know how to find impulse purchase products that people will buy in an instant. And that's what we're going to cover here. Now, if you already have a Shopify dropshipping store that you're looking to scale, take action on this immediately. If you're getting started with your very first e-commerce business, this is very important for you to understand as well. The basic thing that makes up a winning product, as you probably would have heard on YouTube, is only two main pieces of criteria. Don't bother with the rest. It's just two, right? It either solves a problem that the customer has, or it has wow factor. Those are the only two I care about. Of solving a problem, one product that's been absolutely cleaning up recently has been this protector pocket that goes on the inside of your car seat so that when you inevitably drop your keys and it goes down the crack, instead of you having to spend the next hour digging through, breaking your wrist trying to get your keys out, it's in a pocket, you just pull it out and you're good to go. That's a problem-solving product that people see and go, oh, that makes sense, I've had that problem before, bought, right? Simple. The other thing is something that has a wow factor. Okay, and so wow factor is sort of a fancy word for visual appeal. It looks cool. It's something they haven't seen before. It's something that has a bit of novelty to it. It's just new and exciting or fun to see. All that it is. And so why was the fidget spinner so popular at the time, right? Remember, everyone had a fidget spinner. Well, it's because it had wow factor. It was new. You'd never seen this thing in your hand before. It looked fun. It looked engaging. And when you were playing with it, it was enjoyable. Those are the two main factors that you'll sort of see taught here on YouTube, and those are the two that I actually do stand by. Those two things, they don't have to be both, but one or the other, if not both of them at the same time, is a very good sign that a product could sell. But if we're optimizing for what we know is true, that impulse purchases and impulse buys are really the bulk of the money you're going to be making, there is a few key pieces of criteria that I look for in my products, that my students look for in their products, that make a world of a difference, because these are the things that make people want to buy now. The first one is that it looks fun. As simple as it may sound, when a product actually looks fun to use, we want to have it. So for example, there was a product on TikTok which was like this orb ball thing, which had a little fan in it, and you could throw it and it lit up. It had like a little disco ball element to it. You would throw it and it would go and it would come back and you could catch it. And it was so much fun. On TikTok, it was just video after video after video. People were having so much fun with it, doing it in different locations, doing it at different speeds, trying to get it to do different turnarounds and flips and stuff like that. It was so fun. Super cheap Chinese product, but it was cool. In fact, I even bought one, not for product research, but because I wanted to play with it. When it's fun and it looks fun, people want to buy it just to have the enjoyment factor of the product. Number two is FOMO. If you want to bring the impulse purchase up rapidly, then you want to hammer in FOMO. How many people have bought it? How many people are using it? Are there any celebrities that have been seen using it? In the comments, are the comment sections on your ads full of people saying how much fun it is or how they bought some for their cousins or sisters in the store? Do you have this information available? Do you have reviews? Do you have UGC? Do you have content, pictures, videos of people using the product, having fun with the product, smiling while they're using the product? Clearly having more fun than the customer watching. When you put that on display, along with a product that has this criteria, conversion is going to go up because the impulse factors are there. And another two quick, short, final ones that I want to mention here is that it's not too expensive. You don't want to be going out there and trying to get impulse purchases for $500, $600. High ticket dropshipping is great, and there's a hell of a lot of money to be made there. I'll be doing some videos on the channel down the line, I'm sure. But the bottom line is, if you're going for impulse purchases, which is the majority of the customers and the sales that you're going to make, a good price and a reasonable, cheap price that they won't have to think about too much is going to be the thing that makes you the sales. So for example, if you think about things like Spotify, or Netflix, or Amazon Prime. These things that we spend money on every single month that we barely notice. It's because it's a small amount of money. If Netflix was $100 a month, well, then you'd be questioning it every single month. Did I watch enough movies this month to justify it? Versus if it's just $10 here, $10 there, doesn't matter. When you buy coffee and a croissant and it's $12, you don't really think about it. But if it was $55.65, that's when we start to get into the territory of, yeah, okay, this is something I need to consider, right? Impulse purchases are not too expensive. And so for the majority of my students, we're looking at products that are 20, 30, 35 bucks. Things when people look at it and they see the price tag, it's like, what the heck? I'll buy it. But if it starts to get into the expensive category, that's when you really have to work a bit more overtime because you're going from an impulse purchase to a calculated purchase. And the last thing that I want to mention is free shipping, express shipping, fast shipping. This stuff makes a massive difference. If you're going onto your store and you have a cheap product that has all this criteria, but someone has to pay $8, $9 for shipping, you're gonna lose a lot of people because the impulse energy of like, I want this, gets pushed back by, oh, I have to pay for shipping. And then they have to calculate. So free shipping, always a go. And secondly, most importantly, highlight how fast and express the shipping is. Shipping, even when you're drop shipping, can be very fast if you set things up correctly. Message me if you want more info on that. There's a bunch of things you can do with suppliers, and even AliExpress these days isn't nearly as bad as it used to be. But highlight the express shipping, how fast the shipping is. Because if they can say, I'm gonna buy today, but when I get it, it's gonna be 3 days from now and I can start using it, that brings the excitement up and then they're gonna wanna buy it more. If you say it's gonna be 30, 45 days to get the product, well then they're not gonna wanna buy it because it's gonna take too long, and by the time they get it, they're not gonna be pumped about it anymore. Try to throw out all the checklist stuff about how to find a winning product, focus on the two main criteria that solves a problem or it has wow factor, and then pay attention to the elements that drive the impulse purchase. It looks fun, there's FOMO, it's a good price, there's free express shipping. This stuff is what takes it from a product that can sell to a product that really sells and is selling every single hour for you. It's an impulse buy. So with that being said, go ahead, implement that, report back with your results, and I'll see you in the next one.